What's going on, Broncos country? Welcome to another edition of Broncos Daily with your host, Kurt Valenti. You want the latest Broncos news, Broncos talk? Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, of course, share so other Denver Bronco fans can see it, and most importantly, comment. Once you get your comments, I will get to them throughout the week, Monday through Thursday. Fridays, there's a couple more Fan Take Friday. After the preseason, we will change it once we start getting into our regular season. But I promise there will be a day where we get all viewers' comments. Maybe it's a Fan Take Tuesday, Fan Take Wednesday. We will figure it out. Before we get going today, I want to give a big shout out to Kalshi for supporting and sponsoring the show. Use code FANARCHFOOTBALL to get $10 when you trade 10. Thank you guys to our friends at Kalshi. So let's get right into it. The Denver Broncos, we have been all waiting for there to be Bronco football since that bad taste in our mouth of the AFC Championship and a loss 10-7 last year to the New England Patriots. We all know how that went. We all know how that should have went. We're not going to get back into it. It's over. It's done. We're here, and it started on Friday night. And I will say this. The Denver Broncos came out like mad, mad about what happened last season. And to prove a point, and I know it's preseason, and you don't have to tell it to me because I'm the biggest guy where preseason doesn't mean anything. But I'm going to tell you, this team came out and said right from the get-go, we're not playing around. We're going to show everybody, and we're going to set the tone for this season that's going to end on Valentine's Day in 2027. In the Super Bowl with a Super Bowl victory. And you can just tell how this team looked, how it came out on the first drive on offense, how it came out on defense, how it looked with the pace, with the, the depth, with backup quarterbacks, right? And just a dominant performance. And, when we look into some of the things that went down in this game, obviously, it starts with Jarrett Stidham, right? And we all know I am not the biggest fan of Jarrett Stidham, but he had a great game. And it's only preseason. It's not an AFC Championship game, we know. And Sam Ehlinger didn't have a bad game either. But there's been a lot of pressure on Stidham to produce or, hey, he's going to get released, going to get traded. And he looked the part. And also our number one receiver that night, Courtland Sutton. Yeah, he went 3 for 60, but 2 great catches and one where it might have been the best catch he's ever made in his career at the Denver Broncos with that one-handed catch. You look at other points offensively, the run game, right? Particularly our rookie Jonah Coleman. I mean, this guy is an absolute stud. He's going to push Dobbins and Harvey, and particular Dobbins, for starting reps. I mean, this guy can do it all. You saw the little spin move. It's just, he doesn't lose yards. It's like even on a bad carry, it's 3 and 4 yards and falling down. And that's what we want. This guy is going to close out games. This guy is going to be ready. When we get to the postseason, he is going to be our postseason back. He's going to be our goal line back, our short yardage back. He could catch the ball out of the backfield. He's an unbelievable pass pro protector. He doesn't put the ball on the field. He doesn't cough it up. What more can you want, right? What more can you want from this guy? So I am excited. I am just excited about how the Broncos looked. Again, doesn't mean anything, no. But, just that they're so, to Sean Payton's credit, they were so ready to go in a preseason game. And then let's flip it to the defensive side of the ball, right? Listen, of course, we had Jahdae Barron's, 90-plus yard interception return. The constant pressure on Jonathan. Jonathan Cooper looked ridiculous, right? Constant pressure from that Bronco front. Red Murdoch all over the field. Listen, not only is Murdoch going to make the team, Murdoch is going to get major reps this season. He is just a tackling machine. He had 8 tackles, as you can see on the, on the screen. But just he's all over the field. And, isn't that the job of an outside linebacker, right? To just be all over the field, making plays. Listen, not only is he making plays and getting time, like he's running that defense. When he's in, he's got the dot. He's calling the defense as a 7th rounder. Like this kid's going to be a steal. This kid's going to play. And this kid, I'm telling you, like he's going to get major reps this year. Um, Listen, just as a whole, the whole getting after Tua and getting after, everybody that they kept putting in, it was just, listen, those guys at home, those quarterbacks, they didn't want a part of this defense. And that's the kind of mentality that this defense has to get to, and it will, right? It's just, let's go. We're coming after you, right? Up front. And the thing I think both offensively and defensively, the last thing I'm going to take away from Friday's night game was the amount of plays these guys played. And of course, there was no Jalen Waddle, no Marvin Mims, no Bill Nix, and anybody who was banged up. But, after the first series, I was like, okay, the offense scored, they're going to come out. They played the whole first quarter. Same thing with the defense. Those defensive guys played. So that's the tone setter right there. Sean has set the tone. And yeah, we had an injury, Bailey injury, gone for the year. Defensively, another middle linebacker. And we'll see if the Broncos do get help and go somewhere else there. But the young guys have to step up. And I'm just telling you, the statement I made on this show is 1 through 53, the Broncos are the best team in football. They are. They have the best roster in football. I'm sorry. Like, the Broncos are going to be releasing, trading, cutting good players. Very good players, because you're going to keep 53. And guys, I think they're not going to be able to put people onto pass them onto the practice squad. I think they're going to get picked up. Why? Because they're very good players. So I am very happy. Again, it's a preseason game. Let's get through it. We had one bad injury, not much more. That's good. But let's get through 2 more. I'm a little more excited here. We'll get to little I and someone's returning. We'll get to that. And we're home on Friday night. But listen, probably as good as you could do in a first preseason game. So I'm excited. I'm not going to get crazy about it. Let's just get to game 2. Let's get out of these games healthy, and let's get to Kansas City. Talking a bit about, though, one really bright part of this game. Davis Webb. And again, we're going to get back to it. It's preseason. It's nothing crazy. But I'm telling you, Davis Webb, this offense is going to be something different, right? And I will say it again. It's still Sean's offense. Sean's going to still have a huge part of calling plays, ideas, and he should, because he's still Sean Payton. But what Davis Webb is going to bring to this offense this year is just pure excitement and pure, I'm telling you, I think this offense is going to be a top 10 offense this year. You have the talent. Now you're going to, obviously, you have the base offense with Sean, but you're going to get the difference now with Davis Webb. What is he going to do different? What is he going to add? What wrinkles, right? We kind of saw a little up-tempo, not maybe more of an up-tempo, but like in and out of the huddle. But I think we're going to go up-tempo. I don't know if we'll see it Friday night, but we're going to start seeing it week 1 in Kansas City. But you can just tell that these players love playing for Davis Webb. They believe in him. And I think we're going to get an aggressive Davis Webb. Look how many deep shots he took in a preseason game. Right out of the gate with Sutton, with that big, that beautiful ball from Stidham to Sutton early on. He's going deep. He's going for home runs. And I like it. We need that, because that's going to open up what else we really want to do. Remember, Bo is just so accurate underneath, right? It's going to help our running game. You want to creep up in the run game? We're going over the top. Plus, we didn't even have Mims and Waddle, our 2 best deep threats. So when they come back, it's going to be nightmares for defense. But Broncos country, what do you think about Davis Webb? Again, I know it's early. I know it's preseason. But what I saw, I loved. Because I have confidence in this offense now. And I think Sean's going to have confidence in this offense. And I know he's got confidence in Davis, right? He does. He believes in him. Listen, Davis could have walked. He could have probably, I don't know if he would have got the job in the Raiders, but he was going to interview, and he took his name out because, you know what? Sean said, this guy's got to be here. He's got to be here. He's got to be calling our plays. So it was awesome. I loved it. And I'm pumped up about it. Broncos country. What about you? Before we continue, I want to talk a little bit about our friends at Kalshi. Before the season even kicks off, everyone's making predictions. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's lifting the trophies at the season ends? On Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. You can trade those predictions in a live market. What team will qualify for the playoffs this season? Right now, the Broncos are trading at, I'm not talking about the playoffs. I want to talk a bit about the division, okay? Because I am big on the division. Right now, the Denver Broncos are trading at 31% to win the AFC West, meaning a $100 would give you $307 for the Broncos to win the AFC West. I love the Broncos to win the AFC West. I've said it numerous times. I think they're the best team. I think they're undervalued. So right now, jump in, grab the Denver Broncos. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code FANARCHFOOTBALL to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on everything. So thank you guys again for the sponsorship. Please check them out. Let's get back to a little more Denver Bronco. And this is where I'm really excited about this week. Can things change? Of course. But we were told that Bo Nix will make his return to the field in a game this Friday night against the Green Bay Packers. And I am pumped about it. We don't know how many plays. We don't know, how many throws? We don't know that. But he will be in the huddle and under center against the Green Bay Packers. The first time in a game since that devastating ankle injury after he beat the Buffalo Bills and outplayed Josh Allen. I think this is huge. Okay? I just think that we saw what Stidham did. We saw what Ellinger did. We saw what this offense could do. It's going to go a whole nother level with Bo Nix. Is that going to happen on Friday? Probably not. Right? Because, what do we really want to show on Friday? We're not going to show, but Bo's going to be jacked up. Bo's going to be fired up like he always is. And I'm excited about that. But I'm just excited to have Bo back, right? Because he is the leader of this team, right? We know this is Bo's team. Everybody knows it. It's Bo's team more than it's Sean's team, right? It's almost like 51-49. But they know this team is Bo Nix's. And the players love him. The players believe in him. And the players know this guy's going to lead them to a championship. So to get him back is big. To get him back, to have him just maybe take a couple of snaps, get hit a little bit, just get in that feel and say, all right, hey, we'll see. He's supposed to play the third week too, but we'll see about that. We'll see if Sean changes his mind. But let's just get ready for week 1 in Kansas City. But Broncos country, how excited are you? Is there anything you need to see? There's nothing I need to see. Like, I don't really care if he goes 0 for 3, 3 for 3. I don't care about that. Get him out of the game healthy. Just get him back into the flow, taking a snap, maybe running around, maybe getting a little hit. Just, games are different than practice, right? We know that, right? And listen, you're not live on a quarterback in practice. This is going to be live, right? This is live. But at home, I think he's going to get thunderous, when they announce his name, applause. I think it's going to be crazy for him, and it should, right? And it should. And this is a motivated Bo Nix, guys. Remember, no doubt in my mind, we beat New England in the AFC Championship, and I think we beat Seattle, and I think we win the Super Bowl last year. It might be the last time I say it on this podcast because that's over. We're going now forward. But he's motivated. Because like I said, just like we do as fans, because I do, and I know all you Broncos country do, you kind of feel cheated a little. Like you didn't see it at the end last year because we lost Bo. So if we feel it, what do you think he feels? Right? So I think you're going to get a motivated Bo. Not just from that, because there's so many still people. He's the third best quarterback in the division. He's not top 10. He's not 15. He's luckily top 20. Are you kidding me? All this guy does is win. 24 wins in 2 years. 24. Now he's got the best team ever around him, especially offensively, that he's played with. Keep doubting Bo Nix. I'm not doubting him. I know Broncos country, but everybody else keep doubting him because he's going to light, you know what? He's going to light your blank up this year. I'm telling you. And you know what? I'm going to love watching it. But exciting because Bo back on the field Friday night. Let's get to a couple of comments. And again, guys, thank you so much for all the comments. I love when you comment. I love the Fan Take Fridays. Like I said, we're going to change it up a little bit because, once we get to the regular season, we're going to break down the games more, keys to the game, all that. So we have to make our predictions. Obviously, the Broncos game will hit up all the other games on Fridays and whatever day right before the game. So we'll get to that, but we will still stick with your comments. I promise. It's a huge part of this show, huge part of this podcast. And, I promise we will keep it. Let's get to two comments real quick from Dante 316A. The preseason is not for the fans, so it is not for people to decide if they want it or not. The preseason is crucial for careers of many young guys who have not had a chance to prove if they can play on the NFL or not. There would not be Terrell Davis without the preseason. You know what? That's a great point because, listen, he was going home. And then they went to Tokyo, and he actually made plays as a special teamer, if you remember, on kickoff team. He just destroyed somebody from the 49ers, and everybody was like, wow, look at this hit. This guy's got to stay. And that's how he made the team. So that is a great point, Dante, right? Maybe it's not for the starters, right? And a lot of teams, listen, the Sean McVays, they don't play anybody. They don't take snaps. They don't dress them. They don't play at all. So maybe that's how you handle it going forward. Okay. Sean played his starters. We'll see games 2 and 3, but Sean did. So, but you're right. It's not for the better players in the league. It's for the guys, number 50, 51, 52, 53 on the roster. And you're not just playing these guys. There's going to be a lot of good Denver Bronco players that get cut. But they could also, it's not that they're just playing for the Broncos. They're playing for other teams, right? Because listen, other teams know we have a good roster. We are going to have to make some tough cuts. So those guys who do get cut will wind up on other teams. So that's a great point. It's not just about, who's making your 53. It's about careers with other teams, but great point. Let me get to one more comment. This is from Derek Baird. Can't get rid of preseason until the NFL starts some sort of developmental league. Otherwise, you have hundreds of players coming out every year with no way to showcase themselves to the league. Yeah, just like the same comment as Dante, right? There always should be a minor league system. We have said this, and it's the one thing the NFL does not do, right? We talk a bit about the UFL and all that kind of stuff. And, if they could just, and it's probably about the league, right? They're not going to want, their players playing in summer games, not getting paid or getting paid a small thing, right? So, the union would be the ones involved with that. But how cool would it be if, say, the Broncos did have a minor league team, right? And that team is affiliated with the summer, the summer league teams and stuff like that play in the summer. That would be awesome. But again, would the union go for it? I'm going to say the union is not going to go for it. You're going to have injuries. It's not like it's baseball and basketball, right? Anytime you're on a football field, you just have a higher percentage of getting hurt, right? So the union's going to protect that. But you are right. I guess that's why you need the preseason, right? Listen, I don't hate the preseason. I don't want to get people hurt in the preseason, right? That's the thing. I just get them in, get them out. When you're playing the younger guys, listen, it might not be great football, but it's still football. And there you do find some diamond in the roughs, like Terrell Davis and other players from other teams where they stood out in the preseason. So again, I'm not against it. I don't want to play my starters. I don't want to get anybody hurt in meaningless games. Let's just get to Kansas City. Let's go. Kansas City's talking trash. All these Kansas City guys on our podcast, on this podcast, talk trash. Let's go. Let's get them on Monday night. And let's just put them away. Let's stop them to where they're not talking anymore. Then we beat them up again. What is it? Week 8. I think we beat them up again. But let's go. Let's go. Let's get healthy and let's go, baby. But that's going to do it for another edition of Broncos Daily. I want to give you guys a special thank you for all the subscribers. Obviously, we have a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Guys, check us out on Facebook. First off, we got tons of followers. We appreciate it. But check out the questions. We asked you guys some questions. You guys are always answering those. Check us out on TikTok. You want the podcast version? Just hear it. You don't want to see me? That's fine. Apple Podcast, Spotify, you can do that. But let's go. Another big week, couple more days of camp. Then we get to week 2. Guys, this season's almost here. We are going to be week 1 of the NFL. It's days away. Days. Couple weeks, days. And then we get to Monday night, baby. But let's go. This is going to be a special season, Broncos country. Make sure you always tune in to Broncos Daily. Have a good day. We have a lot of unfinished business. Remember that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go Broncos.